Hi guys, Amber here, and it's Tuesday, April 8th, and I'm filming this a little bit earlier than my usual 11 o'clock at night because as soon as I get this done and starting to upload, I have to go downstairs and make a cake for work tomorrow. So today I had the day off, and Mom and I decided to do kind of our own little shop hop to celebrate my birthday. Which is tomorrow, and yeah, hence the happy birthday tiara, which I will be wearing to work tomorrow because that's what I do. And so anyway, we did some shop hopping today to the local stores, and I think Erin is going to be the only one who knows these places, but we went to this place called So Creative in Peoria Heights, which is about 10 minutes from where I live. Then we went to Peddler's Way in Washington, which is about 20 minutes depending from where I live. And then we went to Morton to Quilt Corner, which is another 10-15 minutes taking the roundabout way. And then we came back to my hometown, which is Peoria, and we went to Prairie Points. And in the middle of that, we did some other shopping and stuff like that. But so this morning we got up and we went to this place called So Creative. To be honest, I probably won't go back there, but I did get some fabric. I got 2.5 yards of this kind of sparkly, swirly fabric. This one's kind of a brown and black color, and then this is orangey yellow. And then I got these two, which were called Rock Candy, I think they said, but it's a discontinued line, and but I guess the ladies who shop there really like it, so the owner bought like tons of it. So I got a purplish one, and I got a minty green color, so I'd never heard of it, so I thought I'd try it. Then we went over to Washington. And Erin mentioned last week that in November of last year they were hit by this massive tornado, and yeah, we went by the damage. It's the first time I've gone by the damage since it happened. I'm one of those people, I'm willing to help out. I don't want to get in the way of like crews and stuff like that, so I kind of stayed out of it. But so anyway, all my devices are going off. What the heck, man? So anyway, so we go to Peddler's Way, and I had a very good experience there, and I got these 3 fat quarters that I found. They're colors that I really like to use, and they're just kind of tonals. They kind of remind me, and I don't think they are, but they kind of remind me of Stonehenge, so I thought they were just kind of cool, so I got those. And then I got this, I won't say sparkly, but kind of shiny pearlized blue in a fat quarter. I actually have some purple of this, and I think it's a Michael Miller thing. Sorry, we have a auto place around here called Mike Miller, so you know, Michael Miller. And then I found this, which, yes, shinies and sparklies. And it says on it, I think it's a Hoffman Fabrics. Yeah, Hoffman Fabrics. And I think I've gotten some of these before. This is like a grayish with silver dots on it. And then I picked up these two, which are Northcott. I don't know if they're Stonehenge or not, but I kind of like them because they remind me of stained glass windows. Yeah, they're Stonehenge. And I actually used this print when I made my mom's Taba Bomb, the There and Back Again Hobbit quilt. I used this in the borders, and then I actually used what I had left of it to make the border of a pillow that I made for my friend who just became a daddy. So then we went over to Morton, and again, one of those things, they didn't really have a lot of fabrics that I'm looking for, although I did like how much Stonehenge they had. But I only ended up buying this, which is another one of the Hoffman fabrics. This one's actually says Winter Magic style, and it's black with gold on it. And the cool thing about that place was, though, that they had like a husband room. They called it a lounge, and it was just this little room with like a couch in it. But I was joking with my mom because she was getting pretty tired by that point, and I said, oh, hey, look, they have a husband room. You can go sit down for a while. So she sat while I kind of went through the store and figured out what I wanted and everything. So coming home, we hadn't planned to go anywhere else, but we decided to pop over to Prairie Points, which is actually on the north end of town, and about maybe 10 minutes from me at most. And so we decided to pop in there, and the whole thing is I really wanted to get some fairy frost fabric, and nobody around here carries it. So Erin, if you know somebody who carries fairy frost that's in a driving distance, I would love to know who it is. So we went to Prairie Points, and I started looking, and they had a couple things that looked like fairy frost, but it wasn't. It was a Timeless Treasures Pearl something. So I got confused a lot. And so one of the first things I did find there was this, which is purple with gold on it, and it's the same line of the Hoffman prints that I got at the other two places. And so I picked up a half yard of that. And then I did find some fairy frost, and it was one of those, you had to go into the color sections and actually really look bolt by bolt. So I got some natural, which I don't think that color's coming up, butterscotch, which I would have called this just butter, snow, and as you can see I got quite a bit of it, and that was kind of accidental, kind of on purpose. I got this, which was a half yard, which was my plan to get for everything. And then I got to thinking about it because the project I'm going to use it for has a bit more white in it than most colors, so I thought, well, maybe I should pick up another half yard of it. And when I went to pick up a half yard, it turned out there was only like a yard and a half left, and they offered it to me for 15% off. So I took it. Powder blue. And this one's hyacinth, I think. Yeah, hyacinth. And again, I got more than I had planned to because they offered me the extra for 15% off. This one's called asparagus. This one is cornflower. And this one is midnight. So I had a list of colors on my phone that I wanted to pick up, and I think out of those 30 colors I had listed that I was looking for, I got 3. So I'm not upset. I'm just, the whole thing is I've picked my next quilting project, and I want to do it in fairy frost. And so to do that I have to get fairy frost fabric, and I'm kind of the person that I want to go see it before I actually buy it. It's not so much to fondle it because I know what it looks like, I've seen it, but I want to look at the actual color of it to make sure it's like, looking online, they have 3 colors of red. They have red, blood, and scarlet. And to be honest, on my computer they all look like the same color. So, and I've had scarlet before, and I would say it's more of a bright red than a dark red. So anyway, so yeah, gotta look into that. One of the other places we went to, and it was purely accidental, I just happened to think about it while we were over that way. The place that I bought my sewing machine is about a half-mile down the road from the first place we went to, and so we went and I picked up some more bobbins for my sewing machine, because I have maybe 10 or 12 bobbins, which may sound like a little to some people. It's actually a lot for me. I used to have like maybe 4 or 5 with my last sewing machine, and since the guy warned me that I can't really use just any old bobbins, I need to buy a certain kind, and they happen to have it, and they're like only 45 cents. We decided to stop in there while we were on that end of town, so we picked up 10 more. Now, to be honest, out of all this fabric that I bought today, I only bought that. All the fairy frost and then the purple. My mom bought me all of this. So, And the funny thing is I think she spent more and I think I got more. Because the place we went to, the last one, Prairie Points, where I got all the fairy frost, they're the same place where I bought the Sesame Street fabric. And I don't know if I told you guys on here, I know I mentioned it a couple places. When I bought the Sesame Street fabric, it was a certain price and I got 5 yards of it. And I was really excited about it, so I had it all cut. And it wasn't until I got home and looked at my receipt like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours later, that I realized I'd actually been overcharged $1 per yard. And I had this whole big furious fit at myself as to whether or not I should go back. And I ended up deciding not to, because even though it's only, you know, a few miles away, less than 5 miles away, by the time I got back there and convinced them that I had been overcharged, it was for $5 and the gas alone wouldn't be worth it. So, but one of those funny things, I didn't complain about it, I just sucked it up, because I said, you know, if it had been that price, you would have bought it anyway. So today, I was going through my receipts, because I keep all my crafting receipts, and I looked at my receipt for Prairie Points, and I went, I looked at it again, and I had my mom look at it, and I counted my fabrics, and I looked at it again. Turns out, I got at least a yard free, because they didn't charge me for it. So, goes to show, you shouldn't complain when you get overcharged a little, because you might get it back. So, there's that. I'm trying to think if I have any crafty stuff to show you guys, and I don't think I do. I got a lot of stuff done last weekend, and unfortunately, it's stuff that you guys can't see till mid-May. Unless it's earlier. Jen, is it earlier? But it's coming soon. So, that said, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to upload this because it's like 12 minutes. And I am going to go downstairs and make my birthday cake. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.